really love their sleeves. I'm sure they paid enough for those where they got to put them on everything. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on the Air Jordan 12 in collaboration with A Ma Maniére. Hopefully I said that right. Now these guys do come packaged in an Air Jordan 12 box, which is what you see right here. And then they do come with the AMM sleeve, which you also saw. Inside the box lid, they do have another iconic moment. We got the flu games right there. But again, this is one of two of the next collaboration or next installment within the Jordan and A Ma Maniére collaboration series. I didn't get the black ones because for one, just buying these alone was super expensive. And for two, I like this one better. So that's what it is. For those of you guys wondering, this is a women's release, which I believe most of them have been. Not all of them, but like especially those threes. The threes were a women's drop. So this one right here, again, is a women's release. So there is women's sizing on there, but it's also got men's sizing listed. So I believe that that is properly called unisex Jordan brand. And they will be coming in extended sizes as well, so if you have a larger foot, then you should be able to get these. Now these guys right here are really cool because they switched up a ton of stuff on these compared to the original Air Jordan 12s, which I think is really dope. This is a true collaborative feel, in my opinion. I know that the past ones have felt like that as well, but this one feels a little bit more elevated. Maybe it's because it's an Air Jordan 12 and those already feel like a luxurious basketball sneaker to me. But the things that they've done on here are just, I think, awesome. So first things first, the outsole. I mean, this is gorgeous. You can't go wrong with herringbone, man. This looks good, it works good, it plays good. I love it. The outsole though, it looks brown now.
Yeah, it's pretty chocolatey.
It's really dark. That's the one nitpick, is that I wish their version of maroon or burgundy was just a little bit brighter, or it had a little bit more red, but I guess that would be too close to like a team red, which is like a really dark red, but I don't know. I just wish that it was a little bit different. You remember the Bordeaux 12s?
Yeah.
Something like that. But anyways, we've got the traction right there. At the midfoot, you can see the carbon fiber shank. In case you wanted to know what exactly this thing looked like underneath there, I know that this is gross looking, it's just glue, don't worry. But this is exactly the same shank plate that they used here, which is a little bit different than the Air Jordan 11s, which actually went through the entire forefoot. This one stops just before the flex zones. So it's got a little bit of spring, but mostly torsion. And then the tech specs include a Phylon Midsole, and then inside of that is one of these bad boys. And again, this is old, so it's yellow, but this is a full-length zoom unit. And again, that's what is inside of this guy right here. This was the first Air Jordan to feature Zoom Air, and they did it right the first time. The leather is awesome. It's not premium or anything like that, but it's also better than the majority of the Air Jordan 12s that we typically get. It reminds me a little bit of the, I think they were called the Indigos or something. What was that blue one that looked kind of like the OG All-Star joints?
That's it.
They were that? Okay, so yeah, the ones that were supposed to patina and stuff, like that one had a really nice leather to it. These ones are very similar, not the same type of leather, but it's got that type of feel, so they feel premium, especially again, compared to other Jordan brand releases. And then the suede that they use on these stripes, man, like those are hella nice. Like they just feel velvety, they look luxurious. I'm pretty sure that's why they use the burgundies and stuff. Like it just feels like a step up, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like the black and red Air Jordan 12 or the white and red, which again, these two shoes from their pack are supposed to kind of mimic, which is interesting that they put the flu game graphic in there because that was clearly the black and reds. These had nothing to do with that.
I bet you it's the same box for both.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying, is that the white and red wasn't the flu game. So like story wise, I'm kind of like, well, why is there this one? Is it because they said you could do two? But yeah, this right here, like when you go and change things up to where you remove the lizard embossed kind of like overlays and stuff like that, and when you replace it with something, this is the way to do it. Sometimes they replace it with that really cheap looking patent leather. Don't like that at all. It looks awful, especially once you start wearing it, but this right here, man, it just looks elegant. It looks dope. A couple of other things that are standard on the Air Jordan 12 would be the tongue, where it says 2-3 down the side, but it spells out the number 2 and then has the actual number 3. It's probably my favorite feature of these things besides the back end. I just think that the booty of these look really, really nice. I do wish that the 23 was white just so it popped a little bit more, but it still looks great. On top of that, they actually switched things up back there. So one side says Jordan quality products inspired by the greatest player ever. Meanwhile, the other one has A Ma Maniére branding, which I think is really dope. Like if you're a collaborator, it's one thing to get like this chocolate bar keychain and be like, yeah, we collab with Jordan brand, but no, they like straight up switch the shoe up. This is sick. Now the little metal, or what they're supposed to be metal eyelets up at the top are still not metal on these guys. sides, which is interesting because of another metal feature that's on the shoe, which I'll talk about in a second. But they actually switched that up too. So the top eyelets have the Jumpman branding, just like the original shoe. But the second set of eyelets actually has the A Ma Maniére branding. Again, as a collaborator, that's awesome. Like, that's like a prideful moment. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they switched up tooling modes just for us. And again, on the tongue, typically you'll have the Air Jordan logo stitched in or embroidered in right there, the whole Jumpman on the tip of the tongue and everything. While the right shoe does have that, they actually switched that up too. They removed the embroidery and they put on metal little logos, which is why I was kind of like, why is there metal on the tongue but no metal on the eyelets? These things can fall off too, especially this Jumpman. He already looked like he's jumping off the shoe, like his foot is hanging out there. So yeah, I hope that this doesn't pull off or rip off on anybody if it gets caught in somebody's jeans or something like that. This little logo looks like it belongs to the Air Jordan 13 Low, which is a really cool callback, by the way. And then again, you got the A Ma Maniére branding on the other tongue. The interior is quilted, or kind of. It's supposed to mimic quilting, which again, looks fine. I don't know if the color is going to last very well because it's kind of like a white satin. So it'll probably get dirty really fast. So if that's something that bothers you, you might want to consider the black pair. And then this insole is kind of crazy. Like, it's almost got like a faux leather lined feel to it, but it is a Dream Cell, the black one. So it doesn't feel, I swear that these are different than the white ones. These feel much more fluffy. We were just talking about that in the Jordan 6 Cool Grays. So that one came with a white Dream Cell insole, which felt dense. It felt like a typical, almost polyurethane insole that you would get with an OG style release. This one doesn't. It feels fluffy, which I think is good with this particular shoe because again, these feature full-length Zoom Air, so you kind of want to have something that will allow you to feel that, which that insole will. But it's completely removable, so if you didn't want to use that one or you wanted to use something else, maybe you wanted to preserve the graphic, the lining, some people like to do that, you can easily remove it and swap in a different insole, any one that you'd like. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size, whatever you typically wear with your Air Jordan 12s. That's exactly what I would recommend. I will say the shape looks and feels a little more slim than the typical Air Jordan 12s that I'm used to. This toe area specifically just feels very streamlined. The back is a little like pushing up that way and stuff instead of just straight. So it's a little bit different. Actually, let me see if I can grab mine. This is what I'm talking about. They definitely look different. This feels like a beefier shoe.
Yeah, I'm really starting to fill out nicely.
But with all that being said, I think that this is a very solid release. I think both colorways look great. I just prefer the white one overall. Good luck to anybody out there trying to get a pair because they're usually not easy to get. So it is what it is. But sound off below and let us know what you think about the Air Jordan 12 A Ma Manières and also rank them. I know that we did this last time with the Air Jordan 4, but rank them again because now there's a couple of new ones. I still think that I would put the one last. It's just the least appealing out of the bunch. The 2 and the 3, man. Like the 3 is the best one clearly, but the 2 is right there. Like the 2 is super dope. I don't know if I would put the 4s above these though. And I love the 4s, but I also love the 12s. But feel free to give us your thoughts or your rankings down below in the comment section. I would love to see it. Thank you once again for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you on the next one. Until next time, guys, have a good one.